I'm Hillary. I am with the Recreation Department now here at Mountain Air, and I'm really excited to be starting this journey with all of you and to share my yoga teaching experience with you as well. So this is the first of a few classes that I'll be recording for the residents here at Mountain Air. Please let me know if you have any requests. I'm happy to see what we can do to incorporate them. And I hope that you enjoy the practice and that you continue to practice with me from a distance and when I start to offer classes here. So I'd like to start with a couple of things. I have some blocks here. I always say there's no shame in the prop game. I'm a really big advocate of props, largely because I'm petite, and really all it does is just bring the earth closer to you. So if you're at home and you don't have blocks, I find that canned tomatoes are excellent props as well. So I use those. You can use books. You can also use a blanket for different poses and a pillow. If you want to lift your hips a bit, you can sit on a pillow as well. So just take a look around and see what you have. And indulge yourself in that because I love props. So again, no shame in the prop game. That's what I like to say. I also like to chat for a couple of minutes right before my class, just to tell you about why I designed my class the way that I did. So these are some crazy times we have. I like to think of it as uncharted territory. So not really sure what's gonna happen next. It's like the gift that keeps on giving in a surprise fashion. So in a situation like this, I find that it helps for me to have a very grounding practice. And so that keeps you lower to the floor because we always know that this is always gonna be here, right? No matter what, we have this ground to support us. So in yoga, we can take advantage of that because there's no shame in the prop game, and actually floor and walls are props as well. So at any point during the practice, one can come down to child's pose, or one can lean up on the floor if you're at home, if you need to take hold of a counter. Absolutely. This is a practice. Not every day is going to be the same. Both sides aren't the same. And you may wake up one day feeling one way and another day feeling another way. So I've designed a grounding practice for us to start together, and I hope you enjoy it. So I have my mat in two separate ways so that I can maneuver around and show you how to do certain poses so that you can see me better. So let's start our practice actually by coming to Savasana and laying down on the mat. So lengthen your legs out in front of you and lower yourself all the way down so that the whole back side of the body is on the earth. So feel the earth supporting you and just allow yourself to melt into the floor and know that it's there to catch you. So palms can be facing up. See if you can let your shoulders slide down your back. And just breathe here. Breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. Two more big breaths here. Feel all the lung space filling up with that fresh oxygen. Inhale, your arms come up overhead, still along the floor. Clasp your hands together and feel the length in your torso as your shoulders reach up towards the earlobes. So stretch in that nice deep good morning stretch. Fingers clasped. reaching the fingers and the knuckles away from the toes. Inhale, nice big breath here. Exhale, release the hands. Inhale, arms come up. Reach your fingertips towards the ceiling. Exhale here. Inhale, reach the fingertips all the way up so the shoulder blades come off the earth. Exhale, lower them down. Inhale, reach those fingertips, brighten up the fingers, energize them. Exhale, lower the shoulders down. Inhale, reach fingertips all the way up. Exhale, lower shoulders down. Inhale here. Exhale, release your hands down to the earth. Bend your knees, soles come to the earth. Roll over onto the right side, coming into a fetal position. I'm going to try and mirror you. Left arm helps to push the earth away as you make your way all the way up to seated. Cross your legs into a comfortable seat. Shift your weight from side to side so that the flesh evenly distributes itself. In the past, you may have heard someone say, pull the flesh out from under you. That's not the natural settling of your skin and your flesh. So allow for that back and forth, side to side, to let your body settle. Inhale here, and as you exhale, walk your fingertips forward, hinging at the hips, lengthening that spine, and keeping that length. Exhale. Inhale, baby cow. Lift that chest nice and high. Exhale, baby cat. Chin comes towards chest. Inhale, baby cow. You're up on your fingertips, TPing your hand. Exhale, baby cat. Inhale, baby cow. Exhale, baby cat. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, walk your hands back. Take your right foot in toe and make a fist with your left hand. Using the knuckles on your left hand, rub the bottom of your right foot. Massage out that muscle. We're on our feet all day long, every day, and it's not often that they have a reprieve. So just show them some love. Release that foot, switching sides. Take the left foot with the left hand, make a fist with the right hand, and rub those knuckles all along the sole of your foot. Releasing that here, crossing the ankles, rolling over the shins, hands come to the mat, uncross your legs, and scoot your knees back, coming into tabletop. The knees should be just below the hips, and the wrists line up under the elbows, under the shoulders. Spread your fingers out nice and wide, fingers facing the front of the mat, middle finger straight. Press down in the pointer finger knuckle. As you inhale, lift your gaze and your tailbone, cow pose. Exhale, pull that belly button in, round out that spine, chin comes to chest. I'll switch to the side. Inhale, lift your gaze and your tailbone. Exhale, pull that belly button all the way in, round out that spine. Inhale, lift the gaze. Create space between your collarbones. Exhale, pull that belly button in, round that spine. 2 more times like this. Inhale, lift for cow. Exhale, release for cat. One more time, inhale, cow pose. Exhale, pull that belly button in, create space between your shoulder blades, cat pose. Coming back to neutral, tuck your toes under, maybe reach back and pull that pinky toe also to join the rest of its siblings. And shift your hips all the way back to feel a nice stretch all across the sole of your foot. And by nice, I mean might be painful. And you can come forward a little bit to mitigate that pain if you're feeling too much. You can shift your weight forward and back. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, untuck those toes. Shift your hips all the way back. Child's pose. Extend your arms out in front of you. You're welcome to come into child's pose at any point in your practice and to stay for as long as you like. Constructive rest. Keep your mind focused on the breath while you're there. Reach your arms all the way out beyond the edges of the mat. Come up onto your fingertips. TP those hands. Energize the armpits and the underside of your arms. Foreheads down on the mat. Breathing here. Walk your hands to the edges of the mat. Keep those arms energized. TP your fingers. Make sure you're breathing. Fill up that lung space in the back body. Walk your hands to the center. Clasp those fingers together. See if you can put the opposite thumb from when you're in your good morning stretch on top. Hint, you usually default to one being on top, so think about the other one. Lengthen those arms out in front of you and feel a nice stretch in that child's pose. Feel the side body opening up, the intercostal muscles stretching out between the ribs. Release your hands down to the mat. And as you inhale, lift yourself up, slinking forward. Drop your hips down to the mat. Bend your knees, reach your toes to the back of your head. Exhale, drop your shins. Shift your hips all the way back to your heels, child's pose. Inhale, slink yourself forward, drop your hips to the mat, bend your knees, tilt your head as far as it will go, invite a bend into your elbows. Exhale, shift your hips all the way back, child's pose. Inhale, slink yourself forward, one more time, drop your hips to the earth, bend those knees. Exhale, shift your hips all the way back, child's pose. Inhale, slide those hands all the way back, coming into tabletop. Bring your knees in line once again under your hips. Exhale here. Inhale, extend that right leg out behind you, coming onto the ball of your foot. Reaching back with your heel, feel that stretch behind your knee. Plant your hands down into the mat. Lift up with your shoulders. So you're lifting up from the shoulders and pushing away with your hands. Pull that belly button in to support the core. Make sure you're breathing here. Lengthen the crown of your head towards the front of the mat, so your neck is in line with your spine. One more full breath here. Inhale here. Exhale, bring that right knee back under the hip. Inhale here, and as you exhale, extend the left leg out behind you. Reach that heel all the way to the back of the room. Pressing into the earth, lift your shoulders all the way up in the opposite direction towards the sky. See if you can maintain your weight towards the midline and not shifting over to one side. Make sure you're breathing. One more full breath here. Exhale, bring that right knee, the left knee back to tabletop. Extend the right leg back. Extend the left leg back. High plank. Pull that belly button in. Inhale here, and as you exhale, slowly lower, bending your elbows towards the back of the mat. One straight line. Untuck your toes. Inhale, lift your head, neck, and chest. Exhale, push yourself all the way back. Child's pose. Inhale, back up through tabletop. Tuck those toes under and begin to lengthen your legs coming into downward facing dog. Lift your hips up towards the sky. Press the earth away with your hands. And reach your heels down towards the earth. By no means do they need to meet the earth. Begin to pedal out your feet, warming up the legs. Make sure you're breathing. Gaze should be towards the center of the mat, one long line of spine to neck. Inhale, come up onto the balls of your feet. Exhale, bend your knees. Inhale, lengthen your legs as you reach your heels down towards the earth. Exhale here. Inhale, come up onto the balls of your feet. Bend your knees. Exhale, lengthen legs. Reach heels down towards earth. One more time. Inhale, come up onto the balls of your feet. Bend your knees. Exhale, lengthen your legs. Reach those heels down towards the earth. Inhale, lift your gaze towards the top of the mat. And as you exhale, start to walk your feet forward to meet your hands. Coming into a standing forward fold. Invite as much of a bend into your knees as you need to come forward. Release your head down towards the mat and allow your arms to dangle. Nod your head yes. Shake your head no. Coming back to center, you're welcome to take your blocks or your cans or your books, whatever it is that you have found that you might need. Bringing your hands down to the earth or to the blocks. Step your right foot back, coming onto the ball of the right foot. Left knee should be at a 90-degree angle. Release that right foot down, that right knee down, and walk your hands all the way up, resting your hands on the top of the left thigh. Inhale, arms come up overhead, clasp those fingers together. Try to knit those ribs in so that they're not sticking out. Nice big breaths. If you're feeling a little unsteady, feel free to heel toe that front leg out to the side. One more big breath here. Exhale. Release your hands down to the mat or the prop. Inhale, lift that right knee. Exhale, step it forward, standing forward fold. Inhale, step that left leg back, low runner's lunge, coming onto the ball of the left foot. Release that left knee down to the earth and crawl yourself up. Low runner's lunge. Breathing here. Nice long spine, reach the crown of the head up to the sky. Inhale, arms come up overhead, clasp hands, opposite thumb comes on top. Reach all the way up, power in those arms. Pull that belly button in to support the spine. Once again, you can heel toe that right foot out to the side if you're feeling slightly unsteady. Breathing here. One more inhalation. Exhale, release your hands down. Frame that right foot. Lift that left knee from the earth. Exhale, step that left foot forward to meet the right. Inhale, lengthen your spine, lift your gaze. Exhale, fold into yourself. Inhale, slowly roll yourself all the way up. Arms come up overhead. Exhale, release your hands down. Coming to the top of the mat, mountain pose, Tadasana. Palms face forward. Big toes and heels can touch. Mine don't ever do that. So you're welcome to have as much space between your feet as is comfortable for you. This is our Tadasana, or our mountain pose. So I was taught that we are the mountain in this pose. And fairly recently a teacher said, we are at the top of the mountain, looking at the view from where we are, which I think connotes a far more divine outlook, particularly the view that you have when you're at mountain air. Inhale, your arms come up overhead, clasp those fingers together, lift that gaze, feel that stretch. Exhale, fold forward into yourself. Inhale, lift yourself up halfway, hands come to shin, heart and gaze to the horizon. Exhale, fold forward into yourself. Inhale, roll yourself all the way up, arms come up overhead. Exhale, release your hands down. Inhale, arms come up overhead, clasp those hands, opposite thumb on top, reach up to the sky. Exhale, fold forward into yourself. Inhale, roll yourself up halfway, heart and gaze to the horizon. Exhale, fold into yourself. Inhale, roll yourself all the way up, arms come up overhead. Exhale, release your hands down. Inhale, arms come up overhead, clasp those fingers together, reach all the way up to the sky, one long line like an arrow. Exhale, fold forward into yourself. Inhale halfway, exhale, fold forward into yourself. Palms come down to the earth, step your right foot back, low runner's lunge. Step your left foot back to meet it, high plank. Nice strong body here, one full breath. Inhale here, and as you exhale, lower yourself all the way down to the mat. Untuck your toes. Inhale, lift your head, neck, and chest. Exhale, push yourself all the way up and back, child's pose. Inhale, lift yourself up through tabletop, and as you exhale, tuck your toes under, lift those hips, lengthen your legs, downward facing dog. Scoop your biceps out and under so that you're really engaging your lats. Use those lats to help support you in this downward facing dog. Lift those kneecaps, slight bend in the knees. Feel the length in the hamstrings as you reach your sits bones up to the sky. Inhale, lift your gaze towards the top of the mat, and as you exhale, step, walk, or jump your feet to meet your hands. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold into yourself. Inhale, roll yourself all the way up. Arms come up overhead. Exhale, release your hands down. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, sit your booty all the way back, coming into chair pose. You should be able to take a look down and see all 10 toes. If that's not the case, then reach that booty further back. Shift your weight back to your heels. I'm going to come to the side so that you can see. Lift that heart. Reach those arms nice and strong, just like we've been doing the whole class when we clasp the hands together. Nice and strong. Feel that energy in the arms. Inhale, step that left foot back as you bring your hands to heart center, coming onto the ball of your left foot. Release that left knee down to the earth. We were here before. Once again, if you need more space, heel toe that right foot out towards the edge. Inhale, arms come up overhead. You're welcome to untuck your toes or keep your toes tucked. Feel those ribs coming in. It's not the dismount from a gymnastics routine. Nice big strong breaths here. One more big breath here. Inhale, and as you exhale, release your hands down to frame that right foot. Tuck your left toes under, lift that left knee. Step the left foot to meet the right. Inhale, come up to your chair pose. Arms reaching up, sit that booty all the way back as you exhale. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, release your hands down. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, sit that booty all the way back. Chair pose. Lift that heart, lengthen the spine. Pull the belly button in to support the low back. Lighten up the weight on the toes, shift it back towards your heels. Bring your hands to heart center as you step the right foot back, coming into a low runner's lunge as you drop your right knee down to the earth. Inhale, arms come up overhead. 5 big breaths here. Strong arms, you're welcome to clasp them together or keep them apart. Whatever works for you best at this point. Inhale here. Exhale, frame that front foot. Tuck the right toes under, lift that right knee. Step the right foot forward to meet the left. Inhale, come up, chair pose. Exhale here. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, release your hands down. Building on that, inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, sit that booty all the way back. Bring your hands to heart center. Step that right foot. Low runner's lunge. Release that knee down. You're welcome to keep the toes tucked and lift your leg up to high runner's lunge here. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Once again, you can heel toe that left foot out to the side. Wider stance, a little bit easier balance. Press down into the back, ball of your foot, reach back with the heel. Front knee should be at 90 degrees. Lengthen that front leg. Spin your toes all the way to the right. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, give yourself a nice big hug. Inhale here. And as you exhale, release those arms and hinge forward at your hips. Coming into Prasarita Padottanasana. Wide-legged forward fold. Shift your weight forward. Shift your weight back. Shift your weight forward. And now find that Goldilocks spot that's just right for you, so all your weight is not leaning towards the back of your mat or the new back of your mat. You're welcome to bring a gentle bend into your knees. You're welcome to use the blocks here to hold you up. No shame in the prop game. Make sure you're breathing. Nice big breaths. Placing your palms down on the mat. Inhale, lift your gaze, lengthen the arms. Exhale, fold back into yourself. Inhale, slowly roll yourself all the way up. And as you exhale, pivot the toes back to the left front of the mat. Come onto the ball of your right foot. Bend that left knee, step the right foot to meet it, chair pose, arms come up overhead. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, release your hands down. Now I'll come over here so you can see it on this side. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, sit your booty all the way back. Pull that belly button in to support the low back. Bring your hands down to heart center. Shift your weight to the left side. Step that right foot all the way back. Drop that knee, low runner's lunge. Inhale, lift that knee. High lunge. Arms come up overhead. 5 big breaths here. Nice strong arms. Feel the energy coming out of your fingertips. Pressing down with the ball of the left foot, reaching the left heel all the way back. Pull that belly button in. Nice long spine, reaching up through the crown of your head. 2 more breaths here. Inhale, lengthen that right leg and spin your toes all the way to the left. Inhale, nice big breath. Exhale, give yourself a nice hug. Bring the opposite arm on top from the previous hug. Tilt your gaze up and back. Inhale, arms open up, and as you exhale, once again, hinge forward at your hips, reaching that heart forward, gentle bend in the knees, dropping the head here. This time you're welcome to take your peace fingers, pointer and middle, wrap them around your big toes, gently bringing those toes up towards the sky, making 90-degree angles with your elbows. Inhale, lengthen, lift the gaze. Exhale, forward into yourself. If that's not working for you today, you're welcome to walk your hands through your legs towards the new back of the mat. You're also welcome to use the blocks once again. You can rest your forehead on the block. Make sure that weight is right in the Goldilocks spot and you're not tilting all the way back. Walk your hands back under your shoulders as you inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold into yourself. Inhale, roll yourself all the way up. And as you exhale, spin your toes to the right side, all 10. Inhale, step that left foot to meet the right. Keep those knees bent. Arms come up overhead, chair pose. Exhale here. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, release your arms down. Coming to the top of the mat, I'll face this direction once again. Feet fist width distance apart. Inhale, lift all 10 toes, brighten them up. Exhale, release them down. Shift your weight into your right leg and bring the sole of the left foot to the inside of the right ankle, right calf, or inner right thigh. Bring your hands to heart center. Clasp those fingers. Inhale, lift those arms up overhead. Try not to hike the right hip up. Press in with the left foot and out with the inner right thigh. Inhale, one more big breath. Exhale, release it all down. Shake it out. I realize I'm not mirroring you for the tree pose, so my apologies. Coming back to Tadasana, fist width distance between feet. Inhale, lift all 10 toes, brighten them up. Exhale, release them down. Shift the weight over to the left side. Bring the sole of your right foot to the inner left ankle, the inner left shin, or the inner left thigh. Not the knee. Bring those hands to heart center once you're steady. Lift up through the pelvis and root down through that left foot. Clasp your fingers together, opposite thumb on top. Inhale, lengthen all the way up to the sky. Nice long spine, reach the crown of the head all the way up. Strong arms, like Superman flying through the sky. Nice big breaths here. Try not to hike that left hip. Inhale, reach a touch further up. Exhale, release it all down. Shake out those legs. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, fold forward into yourself. Take those two peace fingers, pointer and middle fingers, wrap them around the big toes. As you inhale, lift yourself halfway, lengthen the arms. Exhale, fold into yourself. You're welcome to bend your knees. Reach the elbows out to the sides. See if you can get the front of your rib cage to nestle on the tops of your thighs. Allow the crown of the head to fall towards the mat. Make sure you're breathing here. Inhale, lengthen up halfway, lengthen those arms. Exhale, release them here. Shake out those wrists. Come into your forward fold. Inhale, slowly roll yourself all the way up. Arms come up overhead. Exhale, release your hands down. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, fold forward once again into yourself. Maybe the front of your rib cage nestles on the tops of your thighs. This time, see if you can slide your palms under your feet. So palms face the sky and you step on your hands, bringing the tips of your toes to the inside of your wrists. As you inhale, lift your gaze and lengthen arms and spine. Exhale, fold forward into yourself. Maybe you can reach your sits bones up towards the sky a little bit more as you lengthen your legs. Make sure you're breathing. Let go of your jaw. Release the tongue from the roof of your mouth. Inhale, lift your gaze, lengthen your arms. Exhale, release the hands from under the feet. Place them onto the mat. Inhale, step that right leg back, low runner's lunge. Exhale, step the left leg back to meet it, high plank. Inhale here, and as you exhale, lower yourself all the way down. Elbows reach to the back of the mat, one long line. Untuck your toes, stack your palms here, rest your forehead on top of your hands. Maybe wiggle your hips from side to side. Unstack your hands, bring your hands under your shoulders. Push yourself all the way up and back. Child's pose. Arms out in front of you. And just like we did in the beginning of the class, reach the hands coming onto spider fingers beyond the edges of the mat. Brighten up those arms, wake up the armpits. Walk your hands towards the edges of the mat, keeping those arms energized, staying on those spider fingertips. Walk your hands back to center. Clasp your hands together. Extend those knuckles all the way to the top of the mat. Release your hands here. Walk your hands all the way back. Lift your torso. You should be on your shins. Shift your weight to either side. Swing your legs around. Coming onto your booty. Extend your legs out in front of you. Wiggle side to side so that the flesh settles. Leaving that left leg extended, bend that right knee. Bring the sole of the right foot to the inside of the left leg. Align your torso with the front of the mat. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, hinge forward at your hips. Once you feel like your spine is about to curl, stop there. Inhale, baby cow, lift that gaze. Exhale, baby cat. Slight rolling in of the shoulders, chin towards chest. Inhale, lift the gaze, baby cow. Exhale, baby cat. One more time, inhale, baby cow. Exhale, baby cat. Inhale, coming back up. And if you exhale and can go further, you can walk your hands even closer to your foot. Drop that chin towards your chest. Left toes pointing up towards the sky. Kneecap facing the ceiling. Inhale, walk your hands all the way back. Lift up that torso. Exhale, lengthen that right leg. Shift your hips from side to side, redistributing that weight. This time, bend the left knee. Bring the sole of the left foot to the inside of the right leg. Right toes facing the sky, right knee as well. Inhale, big breath. Exhale, slowly walk your hands as you hinge at the hips. Once you feel like your back is going to start to round, stop there. Inhale, baby cow. Exhale, baby cat. Inhale, baby cow. Exhale, baby cat. Inhale, baby cow. Exhale, baby cat. Inhale, coming back up. And this time as you exhale, walk your hands closer to your feet. Hinge even further at your hips. Drop that chin to the chest. Big breaths here. Fill up that lung space in the back body. Inhale, lift up. Walk those hands back as you exhale. Extend that left leg out in front of you. Shift your weight from side to side. Inhale, arms come up overhead, flex those feet, and as you exhale, hinge forward at the hips, reaching for the toes as far as you can go. You can bring a block here in front of your foot. You can bring the block out beyond your feet if you have that flexibility. You can invite a gentle bend into your knees. But feel the length in your spine as you inhale. Exhale, drop that chin towards your chest. Inhale all the way up. Exhale here. Bend your knees, soles of feet to the earth. Scoot yourself forward. Extend your arms out in front of you, and as you exhale, slowly lower yourself all the way down to the mat. One vertebra at a time, using that core to help you get down there. Make sure you're breathing. Use that core strength. And once you get there, take a breath to relax. Slide your ankles so that they're in line with your knees. Feet should be hip distance apart. Palms on the earth alongside your body. As you inhale, step into the earth. Exhale, lift those hips all the way up to the sky. Bridge pose. Try not to use your glutes here, and see if you can reach the knees out, away from the hips. So engaging the thighs as you lift your hips up towards the sky. Zip up the inner thighs so that your knees don't splay out. Inhale a touch higher. Exhale, slowly lower one vertebra at a time. So upper back and middle back and low back. Windshield wiper your knees from side to side. Coming back to center, hug your knees into your chest. Lengthen out from your tailbone towards the bottom of the mat. Extend that left leg out along the mat. Hug that right knee into your chest. Take hold of the outside of the right knee with your left hand. Release the right hand down to the earth and gently glide that right leg across your body for a spinal twist. Gaze can be over the right shoulder or up towards the sky. Make sure you're breathing. Reach the right hip down towards the left foot. So feel the length along the whole side body. That's going to help stretch out the low back so it's not crunched up. Inhale, right knee back up through center. Give it a hug. Exhale, lengthen it out along the mat. Inhale, left knee back up to chest. Give that a nice hug here. And as you exhale, take the right hand to the outside of the left knee and gently glide it across your body for spinal twist. Extend that left arm, T height. Shoulder height. Gaze can be over the left shoulder or up towards the sky. Reach that left hip down towards the right foot, lengthening that low back. Inhale back up through center. Exhale, hug that knee into the chest. Inhale, bring the right knee up to joint. Rock from side to side, massage that low back. Inhale, lift your forehead up towards your knees. Nice big breath here. And as you exhale, extend the legs out along the mat, arms alongside body, palms up to the sky. Allow your toes to flop out to the corners, coming into Savasana. Allow the body to settle in. Just like how we started the class. Feel the earth being there to catch us. Slowly begin to deepen your breath and bring some movement back into the body by wiggling your fingers and your toes. Inhale those arms up overhead, just like that big good morning stretch throughout the class. Feel the length all the way from your fingers, through the torso, down your hips and legs, out your toes. Release that here. Bend your knees. And roll over to your left side, coming into a fetal position. Take a full breath here. Using your right hand to help push the earth away, make your way back up into a comfortable seat, facing the top of the mat. Rooting down in your sits bones, reaching up through the crown of your head. Lengthen your spine. Slide your shoulder blades down your back this time. Inhale, your arms come up overhead to a silent clap. Exhale, slide your hands down, heart center. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide you through this practice. Once again, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. Namaste.